Genshin Impact is possibly one of the most successful gacha type games in the world right now. While other popular gacha games such as FGO, Arknight, or even Honkai Impact are pretty much a niche among the anime manga otaku community, Genshin thrives as one of the very few gacha games that being played by many people from many backgrounds, even people who are outside the otaku bubble. As of the making of this video, Genshin has over 60 million player base, over 5 million subscribers only on its English YouTube channel, as well as over millions and millions of followers on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Reddit, not to mention the Chinese social media such as Bilibili. So this game is super big scale just in terms of number. Genshin is a gacha game. Gacha, not only for a character pulling, but also for every single and minor elements in this game. Well, more like RNG problems, where everything are based on a mathematical probability. One of those RNG problems are the artifacts. While artifacts are just one part of character building, many players think that artifacts are the main core of character strengths, which I humbly agreed, because no matter how strong the weapons or how high your character level are or how level up your talents, if you have shitty artifacts, then your character is gonna be pretty much mediocre. There are a lot of rumors regarding artifacts in Genshin. Most of them are pretty bad. So in this video, we're gonna do a little study of how the artifacts farming works in this game and try to prove whether those myths are true or not. I'm gonna go full 100% scientific experiment here, so prepare for a lot of numbers. And in this study, I farm a domain called Hidden Place of Zou Formula, or maybe players like to call this the Crimson Witch Lava Walker domain, because this is the source of those two artifact sets. The reason why I chose this domain is because I heard that this is the most frustrating artifact domain to farm. Crimson Witch is the main target of what people want, because the effects of these artifacts are really good for basically every pyro characters, while the Lava Walkers is avoided because the pyro resistant substat is apparently useless, which I actually agreed. Yeah, our main target will be the Crimson Witch artifacts. And to make a good amount of data to study and to avoid as much bias as possible, I have farmed this domain for 7 straight days within 2 accounts. One my main account and one an account that I got from a friend. So you can say this is actually 14 days of farming. In this study, we only count the 5-star artifacts into calculation. And in the end, we're gonna get a Excel spreadsheet and we're gonna try to understand how this artifacts farming works. And this video took a lot of effort and time to make, so please give it a like and say something in the comments below, whatever that is. Alright, let's go embrace the 7 days of pain. Welcome to my main Genshin account, and my name is Amber, and I'm gonna guide you to these 7 days of insanity. I'm pretty sure of my power in the main account, so I don't need any people to disturb me. Yep, I'm sure I'm gonna hate this. So I think we all can agree that artifact farmings is a waste of resins. I mean, 20 resins each runs, and you don't even get any good artifacts with good stats and substats. You know, it feels like scamming, because you spend your time, you can spend your 160 resins and getting 8 5-star artifacts that basically useless. I think they should make it like cost 10 instead of 20, so that's gonna make people farming a lot more. You know, double the garbage. I mean, it's really hard to get a decent artifacts. I played this for almost 1 year. You know, getting resins is still one of the most annoying part of this game. So you see the problem, right? One condensed resins for two garbage. Well, we're gonna see how this experiment's gonna end. Alright, so this is my second account that I have. Unlike my main account, I have Eula and I have Shenhe. Now in this account, I am not really that strong. I'm not as strong as I am in my main account. Because yeah, this is basically a Smurf account with some areas are not really explored yet. But I think as a player, I'm pretty confident with my power. Wow, what an irony. Welcome to the second day of this painful journey. Well, we're just gonna go into action and stop talking. So guys, this is day 4. I still have to do this 3 more days. Oh my god. Why am I doing this? Just one more day. The final day is finally here. It's been a long journey for 7 days, but for you guys, probably it's only 5 minutes. I wasted thousands and thousands of resins for some artifacts that I feel like 99% of them are really mediocre. So none of them are really that good. You're gonna see that in the end of this video. There's gonna be a full-fledged Excel spreadsheet and graphs.
Eventually.
Alright, finally that's it. The last part of this painful journey. Okay. Oh my god! Pyro Damage Goblet! Oh no, this is my second account. Oh, I wish this is my first account. It took me 7 days and 2,500 resins approximately to finally get one Pyro Damage Goblet. Alright, so I'm gonna do a presentation. This feels like me doing a presentation on school, even though I'm trying to make a YouTube video right now. So this is the results of my 7 days of suffering. As you guys can see, this is the first account, this is the second account, and this is the accumulative of both of them. Well, we're just gonna focus on this one, right? As you guys probably can see, right? It's actually easier getting flowers and feathers on the Crimson Witch instead of the Lava Walker. Well, in here you can see that Lava Walkers are easier to find, like Sands, Goblet, and Circlet. Especially the Sands part, I don't know why. I think the games doesn't really want you to have a Sands, and so far we got 71 Crimson Witch and 63 Lava Walker, which means the myth about you got more Lava Walkers than Crimson Witch is actually busted based on this research. 53% you have possibility of getting the Crimson Witch and 47% getting on the Lava Walkers. Well, basically 50-50, so the sample size is pretty small. I have to admit, 7 days of grinding on 2 accounts, which means 14 full days of grinding without buying any more resins or primogems or genesis crystals. You got 134. And in the first day, I have already condensed my resins. I have 5 condensed resins, which basically you can say it's 1 day. It's another day, which means this could be 15 or 16 days amount of grinding, and you only get 134. You know that the games really hate you when you grinding for 14 days or 15 days and they only give you this amount of craps. 2,560 resins used. That is actually quite an insane amount of resins to use, which means I actually hope that the game don't put 20 resins on artifacts domain. Like, seriously, it's not rewarding at all. And this is the graphs. If you like pain on looking at the numbers, I provide you a graphs. I'm gonna put it on the screen so you can just pause the video and look at this. Most importantly is actually this. And as I mentioned before, it's easier to get flowers and feathers in Crimson Witch. I don't know why. Well, I'm not gonna explain about substats because that's gonna be really extremely difficult to understand. It's gonna be really complicated as well. So in the Crimson Witch, we're just gonna speak on these 3 stuffs, right? Sands, Goblets, and Circlets. I only got 2 sands on the first account, and seems like I only got one goblet, one single freaking goblet in the first account. First account is my main account, and yeah, and also the Lava Walker. Did you guys notice that I have defense most of the time? Attacks are more often happen in Lava Walkers. So 1 pyro damage out of 134, which means the chance of you getting a pyro goblets by this experiment is 1 out of 134, which means below 1%. The chance you get a defense sands is 10 out of 134, which means over 1%. It's 7%. Wow. it's actually pretty decent amount of you know, probability. But you don't want defense on the Crimson Witch. And it's easier to get the defense goblet, it's easier to get defense circlet. And yeah, oh my god, just 24 out of 134 artifacts that I got are actually defense, and then 14 out of them are HP. You know what, this kind of systems makes me wondering, why? What is the point of increasing the defense artifacts probability instead of the attacks? What is the point of making players grind more? It doesn't mean money for them. Like seriously, it's a very broken system, and I just realize it nowadays that grinding artifacts is one part of, like, it's just one separate journey. You know, it's fairly easier. Well, when I say fairly easier, it's still pretty difficult to get level up weapons or you know, level up characters or level up talents. Because why it is easier? Because it's consistent. You got what you want. But for artifacts, it's not. They should make this easier by at least, you know, the resin cost needs to be cut in half. 10 resins should be enough if you just gonna get this garbage anyway, right? Behind the RNG, there's another RNG. After that, there's another RNG. You know what I mean? You get into domain, you expect one type of artifacts. There are 2 artifacts, you don't want the other one. And then in the artifacts you have 5 pieces. And within pieces, you got the stats that sometimes you don't want to. Especially the goblets one, which basically have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 possible stats in one goblet. This is just insanity, right? So yeah, just grinding artifacts 20 resins is not worth it. But even in the end, if you want to like level up a character and you want a very specific artifacts, yeah, you know, patience is the key. And that's all my report. Thank you so much for watching me during this kind of weird video that I made right now. And if you think this sample size is not big enough, I'm gonna do it more if this video at least hit 20 likes. So yeah, that's it. See ya. I don't know how to close the video anymore.